All right, well, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a collab with Diana's Perfect Home, and she has 3 children, and that's kind of how I found her channel, is that I was looking up read alouds. And yeah, so she has, I already watched her grade 2 picks of the year. I haven't watched her grade 4 picks of the year. But anyway, after that video, I will leave a link in the comments and in the description so you can check out if you want to see more reads. And I really liked her reading choices, which is how I reached out to her and was like, hey, want to do a video on your favorite reads? Which is what we were talking about today. So welcome to the Homeschool Shopping Channel. So today, let's get right into it. Let me show you some of my favorite reads. I'm sitting next to my bookshelves, and right away, first off the bat, some of the best reads. Well, these are pretty interesting. These are Dash into Happy. What they are is, so they give you a bookmark. Okay, so they're all the, what are they called? Not nursery rhymes. There were 3 little bears, gingerbread, Little Red Riding Hood, 3 Billy Goats Gruff, and the Princess and the Pea. Okay, so let's take 3 Billy Goats Gruff. So what it does is, so it has 1, 2, 3, 4 goals on the bookmark. And so anytime anything is read in the book, you're going to point out the emotions of others. Anytime it's green, it has a different goal for each book. But this one is how to be brave in the face of bullying, and so on. And then on the back, it has questions for you. What is the character feeling? So this is, you're dealing with emotions in all of these books, helping your kids become more emotionally aware. So let me show you what it looks like when you are looking into the book. See, they loved their goat herders, Mitt and Meg. So yeah, so what is the character feeling? See, so there you go. And then you got red, you got green. So kind of interesting that they do that. I wouldn't say they were the biggest hit, but it's I like that it's so easy and that you can help your kids become emotionally aware, and they give you the prompts, right? You don't have to figure it out yourself. So kind of cool. Dash into Happy, not cheap though. Not cheap. Next up, we have some of my other favorite reads. These are, oh, thank you, Finnegan. These are the Golden Rule. Now these are some of my kids' favorite reads, but the top ones, they're conservative, but they are not religious. So the Tuttle Twins and the Miraculous Pencil, that's one of their favorites. The Golden Rule, that's one of their favorites. And Atlas is one of their favorites. Atlas isn't one of my favorites, but these two, I think, are definite wins. And so, yeah, it's not the longest book, but it teaches such a good lesson just about how many people and places and things it takes to create one product. So that's kind of interesting. And the next one, economics, I think they would call that. The Golden Rule is treat others as you want to be treated. So all religions, all nationalities, everyone has that principle in some form or another is kind of the concept, and they're at camp learning that. So definitely these top 2, and then, like I said, the other ones are fine, but these 2 are the best of the best, if you ask me. Next up, if you are religious, these are great. These are, oh, let me show you Safety School. Okay, so we have Safety School here, but we also have Good Pictures, Bad Pictures. Good Pictures, Bad Pictures Junior. This deals with pornography. It's not cheap. It's like $20+, but it has such a good lesson. Private parts are meant to be kept private. What does private mean? Okay. So stuff like that, and what to do if you see a bad picture. That's a bad picture. And then what to do when your children tell you it's a bad picture. Don't freak out, basically, is the bottom line. So we got that one. We got Super Duper Safety School. Really good. Tells you how to stay away from tricky people. Ask first, ask first, ask first. If a man comes to the park and says, oh, I need help, that's a tricky person, because tricky people, no one asks kids for help. Only tricky people do. They ask your parents first if they can do something with you, if they are a good person. Okay, these are the Little Lights series. These are if you see up here, they are the Little Lights. They are by Catherine Mackenzie. I don't have all of them, but I have quite a few. I wish you guys lived here. You could borrow them if you wanted to. So what's in the parcel? So it's all about, these are all missionary stories. So they're all different missionaries and what led them. Usually they weren't interested in God and a life in God, and then something happened that turned them into a life that is led by God. So they're actually, let me show you in one. This is one of the favorites. Can brown eyes be made blue? Her mom said, well, pray to God. God might be able to God answers prayer. So she's like, God, can you please make my eyes blue? And God never did. And she didn't understand why till years later. She was working in India. And so she would rescue babies. And the babies would look up at her eyes and feel reassurance because she had big brown eyes like they did. So God does answer prayers, just not all the ways, not always the way you think that they would. Of course, we have Human Body Theater. Human Body Theater is an excellent read. That could be another read aloud. It's very sciencey, but interesting. It's like this guy, he puts on a play. And so, every act is something else. So right now, Act 3, the respiratory system, right? So he takes off his muscles suit, his muscles costume, because he's about to put on the respiratory system. So that's kind of interesting. Next up we have, let's look over here. Oh, this is the best of the best, if you ask me. This is the story of Jesus's people. It is really good. Now we are Catholic and making our sacraments. Well, I'm Christian, but my kids are making their Catholic sacraments for my mother. Now, this is the story of Jesus's people. So this is about how Christianity came to the world. So for example, in Russia, Queen Olga, she raised her grandson, and her son never believed in God, but she raised her grandson, and when her grandson grew up and ruled became the king of Russia, he brought Christianity to Russia. So it's very interesting. It's stories about that, but it's not always great if you're a Catholic in here. It's not always, I skipped some of those parts, but it's still a really great read. And if you look at it, for example, it's usually about 3 or 4 pages. And you'll see how they wrote the Bible, how Marcus Aurelius started believing in the Bible, all different things. And then it's got faith lessons, which sums it up. So it's very short. So they like it when I read that at dinner, or of course I read this Bible, which maybe you've heard of this Bible and other things. It is the world's biggest storybook, the world's biggest Bible storybook by DeYoung and Clark. So very good. Gosh, it's very good. Okay. And so, so that is, I wonder if there's any other thing. Another great book. I haven't read The Rush Reveres. I'm excited to read it. Of course, the story of the world is good. But The History of China, Volume 1, it's The History of China for Children by Shuping Li. Good. Very good. If you want to explain about history and China, it's very good. Very good. So these are just some of the top books. Let me look through and see. A Street Through Time, of course, is very good. China Through Time is not very good because for some reason it's out of order. So you go to the future and then you go to the past at one point, and it's not the same area. So this is A Street Through Time, and they have A City Through Time, which we also have. But China Through Time is not as good. That's just a heads up. But I guess that's about it. I don't know what else to show you, but I'm excited to read this year, the Rush Revere ones. Right now we are reading... Oh, yes, there was one more book I wanted to show you. Let me see. Where is it? Right here. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But it's an illustrated version. It's an abridged illustrated version. Very good if you want to start them off. You didn't want to wait, and maybe they're too young, or they're not interested in the big long book, but this is a shorter book, and then you can watch the movie of it. So it's got very interesting, but this is the one, you have to look for the one by Christian Birmingham. That's Christian Birmingham. Make sure you get that one by Christian Birmingham, because that's the one that has it. And then we're reading Harry Potter, but an illustrated version of it, which by now I'm sure you've seen. I showed it to you guys, I want to say a couple years ago, but by now I think you've seen it. But it's not an abridged version. The Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe, that version is abridged, which I believe means shortened, I think. But anyway, this is just it's the full book, but it's an illustrated version of it. So very cool. All the libraries seem to have it. Yeah, illustrated by Jim Kay. All right, there you go. There's some books, and I hope you really enjoyed them. And check out Danielle's channel, and hopefully her and I will be doing more collaborations soon. Take care and have a great day. Can you say, please like and subscribe?
Please like to like.
And hit the bell for notifications.
Hit the bell for notifications.